Let's talk about a CEO with a goal so massive, it sounds completely out there. His name is CK Cheong, and he's not just trying to build a company. He's on a mission to fundamentally change an entire country.
And he just comes right out and says it like this. This isn't some vague mission statement. It's a 1,000,000% guarantee. I mean, that's such a wild, audacious claim. You immediately understand the scale of what he's trying to do. This is way beyond just business. And this isn't just talk. He is backing this mission up with 250 million Thai baht. And get this, it's his own money. To him, if you're not putting your own skin in the game, your words just don't mean anything. The personal stakes here are, well, astronomical.
Okay, so who is this guy? This is CK Cheong. He's a former banker who walked away from a pretty cushy life in New York to become the CEO of Fastwork, which is a freelancing platform in Thailand. But if you ask him, his real job title is way bigger than that. He sees himself as a nation builder.
You can just forget about typical business goals like profit margins or market share. CK's definition of success is on a whole different planet. He wants to weave Fastwork so deeply into the economic fabric of Thailand that if it just poof, disappeared overnight, you would actually see a measurable dent in the country's GDP. That's a vision, right?
So, the big question is, how in the world does he even begin to pull that off? Well, for starters, he's thinking way bigger than his own backyard. He's not really interested in competing with other local Thai companies. His competition? The global tech giants.
His strategy is actually pretty brilliant. You know how Amazon slowly chipped away at Google for product searches? People just started going to Amazon first when they wanted to buy something. He wants to do the exact same thing, but for human services. Need a logo, a video editor, heck, even an astrologer or someone to eat barbecue with you. You won't go to Google anymore, you'll go straight to Fastwork. And at the same time, he's aiming to pull all those job postings off of Facebook by creating a platform that's just way more professional and secure.
But here's the real game changer, the business model. See, most platforms take a commission, which secretly puts them in competition with their own users. CK is getting rid of that completely. Zero commission. Instead, Fastwork will make money through targeted ads, just like Google. This is so smart because it perfectly aligns his success with his freelancer's success. The more people want to get noticed, the more they'll advertise. And all of this serves the ultimate goal, bringing in money from all over the world to pay for incredible Thai talent.
Okay, but a strategy this huge, funded by his own fortune, it just begs the question, why? What is driving this obsessive, all-consuming mission? And the answer, it turns out, isn't in a spreadsheet or a business plan. It's in his past.
Because this whole thing, this unbelievable drive, it all comes from a really personal story. A story about feeling lost and about finally finding a place to call home. You see, his childhood wasn't easy. His family broke apart and he was sent to live in the United States completely on his own. But the moment that changed everything came years later. During a summer break from school, his American host family kind of awkwardly told him it was time for him to go home so that they could have their own private family vacation.
And in that one moment, his whole idea of home just shattered. He didn't really have a home to go to in the US, and his family back in Thailand wasn't the same. So he was stuck. He was, for all intents and purposes, homeless. So he flew back to Thailand, and he was living alone in this small apartment. But then, something amazing started to happen. The local street food vendors, the guy who sold grilled pork, the lady at the salon, they started to recognize him. Every time he came back to the neighborhood, they'd say, "CK, how are you? You look taller. When did you get back?"
Think about that. These ordinary people, with these simple everyday greetings, they built him a home when he had nowhere else to go. They gave him a sense of belonging that he had never, ever felt before. And his entire mission with Fastwork, it's his way of saying thank you. It's his attempt to repay the debt he feels he owes to the people and the country that saved him.
Now, a backstory like that doesn't just create motivation. It forges a whole philosophy, a way of looking at the world that is all about embracing risk and just torching the conventional rulebook.
This is how CK sees the world. It's a clear choice. On one side, you have the stable job. Sure, it's secure, but you hit a salary ceiling pretty fast. And when you do great work, the company gets the credit. But on the other side, you have risk. The freelancer, the entrepreneur. There is no income ceiling. And the name you build, the reputation, the rewards, that's all yours. He's betting that what people truly want isn't security, it's opportunity. And when this guy says hard work, he means something totally different than most people. It's not about working long hours. It's about total obsession. We're talking about working from the second you wake up until the moment you fall asleep. It means he's personally editing his own social media videos, and he's the one sliding into the DMs of top talent at places like Google and Apple, trying to recruit them himself.
So this intense all-in philosophy leads him to a pretty direct challenge. It's not just for his employees, it's for everyone. It's a call to arms that says, no more excuses.
Point number 1, stop blaming the government. Stop blaming the economy, the education system, whatever. Why? Because complaining about it today does absolutely nothing to change your situation tomorrow. It's a zero-sum game. In his mind, if the world isn't giving you what you want, the world isn't wrong. You need to get better.
Now he gets it. You don't choose the family you're born into or the circumstances you start with. That is completely out of your control. There is zero fault in that. But, and this is the punchline, while you don't control the start of the race, you have a massive say on how you finish it. His core belief is that in today's world, with literally free, unlimited knowledge available on the internet, dying poor is ultimately on you.
And what about that age-old excuse, oh, I just don't have the right connections? He completely demolishes it with some pretty brutal honesty. Let's be real, nobody wants to connect with someone who's mediocre. The real strategy to build a network isn't going to events and shaking hands. It's to get so unbelievably good at what you do that powerful people have no choice but to come find you.
And so that brings us to the final, unavoidable question. After hearing a story like this, a story of such extreme ownership and relentless drive, you really have to ask yourself, what's my excuse?